Since the start of railroading, there have been friendships and rivalries. But the biggest pair of rivals on the M-Car that you will ever get to see are Lori the EMD E9 and Blair the GS4. They do anything to prove they are best at pulling the M-Car's premium train, the Atlantis Limited. They argue on who is the fastest, strongest, and who is more popular amongst the passengers. But in the end, neither of them succeed in proving who's better and get equal results. For the longest time, they had a stalemate in every argument they had, but that was soon to change. One day, Hayden the GS2 was pulling in with the downtown special when he came across Blair and Lori arguing as usual. Well, you fail to understand the fact that the GS4s are more radiant to look at than you fuel-slurping tin cans. Is that so? How come we could eliminate journey times? That's because you could start the train but never pull it. Well, you weren't exactly built to start up quickly with a heavy consist, but my speed made up for it. Shut up, you two. You're acting like little children over such small things. You're working alongside each other now instead of one replacing the other. We all pull the same train now, so suck it up and deal with it. And Hayden continued on, hoping his lecture had worked. But I'm sorry to say it didn't. When Blair got back to the sheds at Adelaide Village, he and Lori exchanged angry glares. Ferdinand, the nickel plate Berkshire, was losing his patience. Let me guess, the same old argument. What's it to ya? It's not like a high-speed freight engine would ever understand. Oh, I know what's going on. You're both stuck up in the smoke box and generator to the point you only care about who is better at some prestigious privilege. You ain't got scrap on me. 70-mile-an-hour freight from New York City to Chicago. Up till 1958. We put an entire railroad on the map while you're sucking up what the other engines left behind. So take your argument and shove it. Just then, Ferdinand's brother, Donovan, spoke up. Geez, Ferdinand, I'd take a chill pill if I were you. The Atlantis Limited is the most important train in the whole system. They have a right to argue. But I would celebrate the race or something. The rest is up to you. With those few words, Blair and Lori looked at each other. They were going to do the race of their lives. At Paradise Union Station, the two looked at each other with daring looks. They were ready. Alright, lad and lass. When I say go, you go. But Lori, on the other hand, had other ideas. Before the conductor said go, she sounded a horn and started off before Blair did. Sweet mother of Lima, go, go, go! Blair started quickly too, slipping as he did so. Meanwhile, Lori was already ahead of him, and Blair was trying to catch up. I must get to her somehow. As Lori raced along the rails, she looked down at Blair trying to catch up. Oh, Blair, I won't make it easy for you. Both engines went faster and faster. Lori even sped by Connor, the AC-11, pulling a goods train. Geez, what's her problem? Blair went in and out of the transit tunnel. He was now on American soil again. On the adjacent track, he saw Lori speeding along the coast. When you see what I can do, you can kiss EMD goodbye! And with a pump of oil, Blair started accelerating at an alarming rate. He was starting to rattle and shake. Meanwhile, Hayden was roaring by the Appalachian daylight, where he saw Blair zoom by other engines, as well as go down bends, almost derailing. What in Baldwin's sake are you doing, pal? I'm racing Lori. What do you think I'm doing? Blair's engineer was concerned. Are you sure you won't explode? Positive, said the GS4. Reluctantly, his engineer set him to full speed. He was rattling and shaking from going so fast. Lloyd was also speeding down the line at a tremendous speed. Within seconds, the two were smoking flames as they sped along the line, each at 100 miles an hour. All the engines stopped and watched as Blair announced, I'm the winner! Through fire, smoke, and steam, he was victorious. That night, Blair and Lori were at the Miami Roundhouse talking about the race. That was the best race I ever had. Mr. Boris and the rest of the engines should be proud of us representing the perfect image of the line. Proud isn't the word to describe it. I don't know what you were thinking or what you wanted to achieve, but that was unnecessary and unacceptable of you two. 100 mile an hour in a 30 mile an hour zone? What in Alco's presence were you thinking? And to make matters worse for you two, I happened to report your actions to Mr. Boris. Mr. Boris arrived at the sheds, in his pajamas. Blair, Lori, you are in significant trouble. Racing without my knowledge or permission isn't allowed on my railroad. Blair, you are normally one of my more sensible engines, so I don't know why you would participate in such dangerous behavior. It was me, sir. I dared them to race after my younger brother got angry over one of their little cat fights. You what? That was both unacceptable and stupid. You could have made them crash or damage themselves. You can't dare people to do stupid things, and that's final. The same goes for you two, Blair and Lori. It's okay to be rock rivals, but don't be violent or overly competitive to the point it's dangerous. And most importantly, whenever another engine dares you to do something dangerous, say no. Blair and Lori didn't say anything, but they took Mr. Boris's words to heart. Nowadays, they're still rivals, but now they make sure they don't do anything stupid or dangerous. But I think they still want to race, given the chance, or if they could. Don't you?